flight deck hose disconnected and starting refueling.
Hey, Captain, let me know where you want this thing. Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming. All right, looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
Adelaide traffic, crew 7844, departs the circuits to the west on climb 4000.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected, bypass pins inserted. Go ahead and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
LA Tower, QJet 1966, requesting pushback, bat A50 Golf.
QJet 1966, push approved.
Approved, QJet 1966.
New Zealand 361, Adelaide Tower, g'day. You're cleared to Alice Springs by Arepa flight plan route. Runway 23, Arepa 1 departure. Climb velocity 5000, score 4704. Departures on Unicom. New Zealand 361.
Adjust vertical speed. Adjust. Climb now. climb, climb now, climb, crossing, climb, climb, crossing, climb, 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 clear of conflict, descend, 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 crossing, descend, descend, crossing, descend, descend, descend now, descend, descend now, increase, climb, increase, climb, increase, descent, increase, descent, maintain vertical speed, maintain vertical speed, crossing, maintain, monitor vertical speed, TCAS test, pass.
All stations, Adelaide information kilo. Now current changes, temperature 22 QNH 1016, Adelaide information kilo.
Slide slow. Pull up. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. In up. Sink rate. Sink rate. Terrain. Terrain. Pull up. Don't sink. Don't sink. Too low. Terrain. Too low. Gear. Too low. Flaps. Too low. Terrain. Slide slow. Bank angle. Bank angle. Approaching minimums.
Minimum.
2,500. 1,000. 500. 400. 300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Too low. Terrain. Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead. Pull up. Obstacle. Obstacle. Obstacle ahead. Pull up.
Zone 361, push approved.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
Adelaide Town, speedboat 823. Good morning, my end. Good afternoon, your end. I am with you with Kilo, requesting IFR clearance to Alice Springs, and I'm at gate 20 left.
Bedbird 8023 Adelaide Tower, g'day. You're cleared to Alice Springs via a Repper flight plan route. Runway 23, a Repper 1 departure. Climb by the SID 5000, squawk 444 for departures 122 decimally.
Bedbird 8023, cleared to destination via runway 23, that's an Repper 1 departure. Initial climb 5000, squawk 4443, departures on Unicom.
Bedbird 8023.
Kitchen 1966, request taxi runway 23, and we have received information.
Speed, correction, QJet 1966, taxi Kilo Alpha Bravo 2 holding point runway 23.
Kilo Alpha Alpha 2 on point runway 23, QJet 1966.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake. And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
Class 23, now correction, Adelaide Tower, g'day.
Good evening, 123 requesting Alpha clearance to Alice Springs, and we've got information Kilo.
Class 23, you're cleared to Alice Springs via a Repper flight plan route. Runway 23, a Repper 1 departure. Climb over SID 5000, squawk 3657, departures 122 decimally.
Roger, clear to Alice Springs via the Repper 1 departure, the Repper flight plan route. Climb maintain 5000, departures in 122.8, and we're squawking 3657, class 23.
Class 23.
Kitchen 1966, just confirming we got information Kilo, not Romeo.
QJet 1966, AFM information Kilo, okay.
New Zealand 361 ready for taxi.
New Zealand 361, taxi Alpha, correction, Alpha Bravo 2 holding point runway 23.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the left. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Taxi Alpha Alpha 2 holding point 23, New Zealand 361.
New Zealand 361, negative Bravo 2 holding point runway 23, and give way to the QJet A320 that's going to be on Alpha from your right.
Bravo 2 and give way to the QJet New Zealand 361.
Kitchen 1966, ready upon reaching.
QJet 1966, runway 23, clear for takeoff.
Clear takeoff runway 23, QJet 1966.
New Zealand 361 holding at Bravo 2, fully ready.
From 361, runway 23, line up and wait.
Runway 23, line up and wait, New Zealand 361.
EJet 1966, Monty, come get it.
Ship 1966.
Approaching 2-3. On runway 23.
That was 23 and 22 Lima, ready for pushing stop.
Comes 23, push through.
Push through, 23.
EJet 361, runway 23, clear for takeoff, caution wait.
Runway 23 cleared for takeoff, caution wake turbulence, New Zealand 361.
On runway 23. On runway 23.
New Zealand 361, Monty, come get it.
Over to Unicom, New Zealand 361.
Good day, velocity 1747 with information kilos and 1 to left request clearance to Alice Springs.
Velocity 1747, Adelaide Tower, good day, you're cleared to Alice Springs via Arepa flight plan route. Number 23, Arepa 1 departure, Colombo City 5000, score 4261, departures 122.1.
Springs via Arepa flight plan route, the 1 departure, runway 23, Colombo City 5000, squawk 4261, departure to Unicom, velocity 1747.
Velocity 1747.
Hotel, according to secure taxi, runway 23.
Plymouth 23, Alpha Bravo 2, holding point runway 23.
Roger, taxi by Alpha Bravo to Bravo 2, holding point out, runway 23, guys. 123.
Adelaide Tower, just 681, requesting airways clearance to Hobart.
Star 681, Adelaide Tower, g'day. You're cleared to Hobart via Bendo flight plan route. Runway 23, Bendo 3 departure. Climb over SID 5000. Squawk 4036, departures Unicom.
To Hobart via Bendo flight plan route, runway 23, Bendo 3 departure, climb by the 5000, squawk 4036 and departures under Unicom. Jetstar 681.
Jetstar 681.
Adelaide Tower, g'day. Qantas 1950, information, Kilo, request Alpha clearance, Alice Springs.
Qantas 1950, Adelaide Tower, g'day. You're cleared to Alice Springs via Arepa flight plan route. Runway 23, Arepa 1 departure. Number the SID 5000. Squawk 3645. Departure 122 decimal.
Air Transport World's 2017 Airline of the Year.
Cleared to Alice Springs via Arepa, runway 23, Arepa 1 departure, climb 5000, squawk 3645 and departure exit 122 decimal 8, Qantas 1950.
And continue earning miles with our retail and travel partners. Our Advantage Aviator MasterCard is another great way to earn miles for everyday purchases and enjoy benefits, such as your first check bag free, preferred boarding, and no foreign transaction fees. Not an Aviator card member? See a flight attendant and receive an exclusive offer when you apply in-flight today. Shortly, we will begin our in-flight service. We offer a selection of complimentary beverages. Wi-Fi service is available on this flight. Connect to the AA in-flight signal and open your browser. You can access AA.com free of charge to view flight connections and other travel information. If you need to power your device, AC power outlets are located at every seat. While you are seated, please keep your seatbelt fastened and visible to the crew when the seatbelt sign is on, as turbulence can happen unexpectedly. If you open an overhead compartment, use caution, as carry-on items may have shifted during takeoff.
Qantas 23, Monty, g'day.
Roger, over to Unicom, thanks for that, same lane, Qantas 23.
doesn't it go?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So we're level to our initial cruise altitude, expecting a fairly smooth ride today. We have the seatbelt sign turned off, and while you're seated, we do ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened about you at all times in case you encounter unexpected bumpy air. And we do thank you for flying with us on American.
New Zealand 361 with you, flight level 360.
New Zealand 361, g'day, identified, maintain flight level 360.
Maintain flight level 360, New Zealand 361.
Qantas 1954, identified, maintain flight level 360.
Maintain 360, Qantas 19.
Jet 1966, report MAC number. Jet 1966, report MAC number.
Delta Small 77, QJet 1966.
Jet 1966, increase MAC decimal 79er.
Increase Mark Decimal 70, QJet 1966.
Qantas 790 Alpha, when ready, descend to flight level 130.
70 Alpha, when ready, flight level 130.
Qantas 790 Alpha, increase to your maximum speed, cancel speed restrictions.
Maximum speed, cancel speed, restrictions, 790 Alpha.
Qantas 7 Papa, uniform, when ready, descend flight level 130.
71 flight level 13, when ready, Qantas 7 Papa, uniform. Qantas 360, flight level 360.
Qantas 23, Melbourne Center. Qantas 255, identified, cleared to Sydney by Mootsku, flight planned route, maintain flight level 370.
Clear to Sydney by Mootsku, flight planned route, maintain 370, Qantas 255. Uniform.
Affirm.
So I missed the transition. Can you say that again? 75 uniform.
Connor 7 to Pi Uniform, report MAC number.
Mac .80.
Connor 7 Pi Uniform, reduce mark decimal 77.
Mark 77,
Connor 796, you have frequency.
velocity 1746, passing 4,200 on climb 7,000.
Velocity 1746, g'day, climb to flight level 370.
Climb to 370, velocity 1746.
Center, Qantas 790 is back. Alpha, sir. 790 Alpha. Qantas 790 Alpha.
Negative velocity 1747, Papa 360.
1747, g'day, contact Melbourne Centre now 132.8.
132.8 for Melbourne Centre, velocity 1747.
Just 69, contact Melbourne Centre 123.05, expect start clearance.
123.05.
Qantas 23, contact Centre 132.8.
We're Roger 132, this is my
Just 1601, contact Centre 123.05, expect start clearance.
123.05 for start clearance, just 60.
Qantas 791, contact Centre 132.8.
132 this morning, Qantas 791, see you later.
1966 and New Zealand 361, return, contact Centre 132.8.
132.8, future at 1966.
132.8, New Zealand 361.
With you, Global 360. Qantas 23, Melbourne Centre. Qantas 796, side over, clear to Alice Springs via Agargo, flight plan routes, maintain flight level 360. Clear to Alice Springs via Agargo, flight plan routes, maintain 360, Qantas 796. Melbourne Centre, QJet 1966, flight level 360. QJet 1966, Melbourne Centre.
New Zealand 361 with you, flight level 360.
New Zealand 361, Melbourne Centre, report mark.
Mac 79, New Zealand 361.
New Zealand 361, roger, reduce mark decimal 77.
Reducing to Mac 77, New Zealand 361.
Velocity 1747, report Mach number.
Velocity 1747, Mach decimal 78.
Velocity 1747, roger. Velocity 1747, adjust speeds to cross Gummel, time 59er.
Speed to cross Gummel at time 59, velocity 37.
New Zealand 361, reduce further Mark Decimal 76.
Reduced to Mac Decimal 76, New Zealand 361.
Melbourne Centre, g'day, Qantas 790-50320.
Qantas 790, Melbourne Centre, g'day. Qantas 790, 108 is approved. Calling back frequency 128, decimal 2.
Roger, we'll call you back 128, decimal 2, Qantas 791, please.
Up, Qantas 796. Qantas 796, citizen. Garbage, couldn't hear transmissions there, all good now. Qantas 796. Qantas 23, report mark.
We're at decimal 79,
Okay, I'm also just 231 with the 538. It's 231, Melbourne Centre. Qantas 23, adjust speeds to cross Gummel, time 47.
Say it again for Qantas 23.
Qantas 23, adjust speeds, cross Gummel, time 47.
time 47 for Greenwich City building.
Center velocity 1746, passing flight level 315, on climb flight level 350. Velocity 1746, Melbourne, set ticket A. New Zealand 3614 sequencing, turn left, heading 290, expect a 4-minute delay.
Left, heading 290. New Zealand 361.
Qantas 33.
Hey, Qantas 33.
I just want to double check the previous instruction, but was it time 747, was it, for Gomez?
Hey, Qantas 38, affirmative, and if you aren't sure how to meet that requirement, just let me know, I can adjust that for you.
Yeah, I should be able to do maybe 744 if that's okay.
Just verify that's time 47.
Time 44 if that's okay.
Qantas 23, roger. I need a 2-minute delay on your current track. If you're unable, just let me know.
Yeah, I think we're going to be unable because we're reaching like full speed at the moment, but yeah.
Qantas 23, understood. Turn left heading 290, expected 2-minute delay. Qantas 23, turn left heading 290 for a 2-minute delay.
Apologies, look 290 for Qantas.
Hello, this is C31. Just confirming, will the RNP Papa be available for 112 at Alice Springs?
It's 2:31. It's a bit late for me to let you know, but I'll let you know when you come close to it.
Just a 2:31, no worries.
Zealand 361, resume our navigation, clear direct Gommel.
Resume own navigation direct Gommel, New Zealand 361.
Egypt 1966, increase Mach decimal 8.
Good evening, velocity 213, with you passing flight level 289.
Velocity 213, Melbourne Centre.
Good day, Echo Foxtrot Delta, flight level 3564410.
Echo Foxtrot Delta, Melbourne Centre. Egypt 1966, maintain Mach decimal 8.
Mach decimal 8, Q-Chair 1966.
Q-Jet, correction, Qantas 23, resume my navigation, clear direct Gommel.
Roger, resume our navigation and direct Gommel, Qantas 23. Then are we able to resume with normal speed?
Qantas 23, report Mach.
We're at 0.74.
Qantas 23, roger, maintain Mach decimal 76 or less.
Roger, 76 or less, Qantas 23.
New Zealand 361, report Mach.
Max 76, New Zealand 361.
361 is Qantas 23, increase Mach decimal 77 or greater. Correction, Mach decimal 77 or less.
Roger, increase to Mach 77 or less, Roger.
Qantas 796, report Mach. Qantas 796, Mach decimal 79. And Qantas 796, that was Mach decimal 79, you didn't get that. And Qantas 796, roger. EJet 1966, contact Melbourne Centre, 128.85, g'day.
Centre, g'day, that's 1957, flight level 292, 350.
Sorry, station calling in, address the call, sir?
Qantas 1957.
That's 1957, Melbourne Centre.
EJet 1966, confirming frequency 128.85.
EJet 1966, affirmative. Velocity 213, stop climb flight level 350.
Stop climb flight level 350, velocity 213.
Melbourne Centre, class 791. Class 791. Velocity 213, expect flight level 360, time 50.
370 time 50, velocity 213.
Gonna get that VG2000, heavy, flight level 380. VG2000, Melbourne Centre. Zimad Alice Springs information, Charlie current. New Zealand 361, contact Melbourne Centre, 128 decimal 85, g'day.
128.85, New Zealand 361. See ya.
Charlie current change wind 110 degrees 8 knots. Light showers of rain, cloud few at 800, broken 1,500, broken 2,900.
Melbourne Centre, velocity 2011, departed Alice Springs, passing 5,300.
Velocity 2011, g'day, identified, maintain 7,000.
Maintain 7,000, velocity 2011.
New Zealand 361 with you, flight level 360.
New Zealand 361, Centre.
Top in 351, approaching 12%.
Dublin 351 with ready lead control desk, face descending, does not reported IFR traffic, area QNH 1012.
Lead control area, roger traffic, QNH 1012, top in.
Back to the sector 260, velocity 90%.
Velocity 1946, thanks. Velocity 485, Senna, you back with me?
Yeah, velocity 485. Just to let you know, we are having issues with our frequency. It keeps automatically changing to a different frequency for some reason.
It might just be in your flight sim settings as AI options, I believe.
Affirm, stand by.
And velocity 485, just to confirm, climb to flight level 240.
Climb to flight level 240, velocity 485, thank you.
Velocity 2011, climb flight level 240.
Climb flight level 240, velocity 2011.
QJet 1966, report at top of descent. Report top of descent, QJet 1966. Velocity 1946, contact Melbourne Centre 132.8, expect your planned level within.
Stand down, let's take good information. Thank you very much. Now we're taking position.
5485, report indicated airspeed.
Melbourne Center, hello, to Singapore 265, 330.
Singapore 265, g'day, identified, squawk 0136.
Melbourne Center, you're very quiet for us, Singapore 265.
Singapore 265, squawk 0136.
464 at 5, flight level, fasting flight level 190, climate flight level 240, radio fixed now.
Velocity 485, thanks. What's your indicated airspeed?
Indicated airspeed is currently 180, but increasing now to 300.
Okay, stop your climb at flight level 200, I'm just going to let some other aircraft overtake you.
Sarah, repeat that please.
Stop climb at flight level 200.
Stop climb flight level 200. Velocity 485.
Melbourne Center, indicated airspeed is 0.824, Singapore 265.
Singapore 265, thanks.
QJet 1966 at top descent.
Jet 1966, descend to flight level 300.
Descend to flight level 300, QJet 1966.
Qantas 250, climb flight level 290.
Flight level 290, Qantas 250.
Qantas 1952 with you, passing 4,000.
That's 1952, g'day, identified, climb flight level 240.
Climb flight level 240, Qantas 1952.
Jet 1966, expect further descent in about 3 minutes.
Further descent in 3 minutes, QJet 1966.
Velocity 485, climb flight level 230.
Flight level 230, velocity 485.
Qantas 23 with you, flight level 32.
23, Santa, g'day. 26 to facilitate further descent, turn left by 30 degrees, report your heading.
So confirming left 30 degrees, jet 1960.
AFAM.
Roger. Full turn, who's heading please, sir? Or report heading, jet 1960.
Velocity 485, observed in a left turn, just confirm.
Velocity 485, apologies. We're re-tracking to Alcira.
New Zealand 361 to facilitate your descent, turn left heading 300.
Left 300, New Zealand 361.
Jet 1966, new heading 305.
19 Melbourne Centre today, Qantas 796 with departable 360. Qantas 796 Centre, g'day. Jet 1966, descend to flight level 250.
Set flight level 250, QJet 1966.
Jet 1966, you're planning, probably keep you on the heading for about 2 minutes and then direct to Bullra for the ILS via the ARC.
Copy that. We'll maintain this heading and expect direct to Bullra, Jet 1966.
New Zealand 361, you can expect the ILS via Bullra.
Expect ILS via Bullra, QJet 1966.
That's the New Zealand 361 as well, expect the ILS via Bullra.
ILS via Bullra, New Zealand 361.
Singapore 265, radio check.
Singapore 265.
Yeah, so Singapore 265, radio check.
Singapore 265, hello.
Singapore 265, g'day, just after a radio check.
5 by 5. Melbourne Centre, can you hear me? Singapore 265.
Singapore 265, AFAM. Qantas 23, recleared direct to Bullra for the ILS runway to correction 12.
Clear to Bullra, for the ILS for 12.
Jet 1966 with VMO navigation, cleared direct to Bullra, descent flight level 130.
Direct to Bullra, descent flight level 130, QJet 1966. Melbourne Centre, Cafe 105, flight level 390.
Cafe 105, g'day, squawk 1531.
Squawk 1531, Cafe 105.
Velocity 45, looks like you turned around there, you're going back to Alice Springs or are you going to Adelaide?
Stand by. Velocity 25. Apologies, Velocity 2 Flighter aircraft just doesn't know what it's trying to do. We're now tracking Whiskey Hotel Alpha.
45 over, transmitted there, turn right heading 090 and say again.
Velocity 485. Velocity 485, our apologies, our aircraft is having a seizure. We've now regained control over it. We are directing to waypoint Whiskey Hotel Alpha.
Velocity 55, can I get you back on your next waypoint, Sotmy?
So just repeat the waypoint.
Position Sotmy, Sierra Oscar Tango Mike India. New Zealand 361, resume my navigation, clear direct to Bullra, descend when ready, flight level 130.
Direct Bullra and when ready flight level 130, New Zealand 361.
What is 250, contact Melbourne Centre 132.8, g'day.
1328, Qantas 250, thank you.
D2011, contact Centre 132.8, you can expect your plane level with them.
Okay, 132.8, velocity 2011.
Velocity 485 is the only waypoint you can track to YL at Whiskey Hotel Alpha.
Yeah, we've just inputted SOTME manually. However, our next one was Whiskey Hotel Alpha, then Sejong, then Asili, then Margot, then Decel to Adelaide.
Okay, it looks like your old flight plan is a bit different to what you put in your SMS then, but that's alright. You re-cleared SOTME direct YL at rest of route unchanged, climb flight level 250.
Copy that. Directing SOTME and climbing flight level 250.
Velocity 485 observed, descent confirmed, climb flight level 250. Jet 1966, descend flight level 120.
As you can see, we are descending. Seatbelt sign is on. If you happen to be up and about, please return your seat. Keep your seatbelt fastened for the remainder of the flight.
Global Control, Jetstar 969, flight level 250, 10 miles east of Luxor.
To your final destination. Hope to see you back here with us soon. Thank you.
Jetstar 969, g'day. And contact Centre 128.2.
128.2, Jetstar 969.
Jet 1966, descend flight level 120. Jet 1966, ready forward, descend to 8000 QNH 1010. 8000 QNH 1020, Jet 1966.
Evening, Spain Control, Engine 361, airborne passing 4000.
Velocity 485, climb to flight level 350.
Climb flight level 350, velocity 485.
New Zealand 261, g'day, climb to flight level 240.
Climb flight level 240, New Zealand 261.
Well, it's 1952, climb to flight level 350.
Climb 350, Qantas 1952.
Qantas 796, when ready, descend flight level 130.
Descend 130, Qantas 96.
Velocity 485, contact Melbourne Centre 132.8, good night.
132-18, good night, sourcing 55.
23, report top descent.
Yeah, we're just back with school in for 123.
Qantas 23, sorry, say again.
Yeah, we're just supposed to call in descent. We just passed the top of descent, that's it.
Qantas 23, descend to flight level 320.
Roger, down to flight level 320, Qantas 23.
Jet 1966, identification terminated, contact Alice Tower 118.3, good night. 118.3, QJet 1966, good night. Qantas 23, descend flight level 130.
Down to flight level 130, 123.
Qantas 1952, contact center 132.8, g'day.
132.8, g'day, Qantas 1952.
New Zealand 261, climb flight level 370.
Flight level 370 to 261.
Sunny, g'day, cruising 23, passing 4,700 to 7,000.
Cruising 23, g'day, identified, climb flight level 240.
Climb flight level 240, cruising 23.
Stations inbound to Alice, information Delta current changes, visibility 4,600 metres in rain, cloud broken at 400, broken at 1,000, overcast 1,500, temperature 18, changes only, Delta.
Brother Center, top end 351 arrived, is Rock is the Sawatch.
Top end 351 is Rock, Sawatch terminated, g'day.
Okay.
Zealand 361, descend to 8,000, QNH 1010. New Zealand 361, descend 8,000, QNH 1010.
8,000 QNH 1010, New Zealand 361.
Double check that your seatbelt is fastened and familiarize yourself again with the location of your closest exit. Please put away laptop computers or larger electronic devices. Smaller handheld devices may continue to be used during landing as long as they are securely your pocket or in the seat pocket. Your cellular functions must remain off until after we land. We will let you know when it is safe to use cellular functions. We'll be landing soon.
New Zealand 361 identification terminated. Contact Alice Tower 118.3. G'day.
Tower 1183, New Zealand 361. See ya. Tower New Zealand 361 with you on the ILS 12 approach.
361 Tower, g'day, descend at 6,500. Join the 15 DME arc, report established on the arc.
Descend 6,000 and join the 15 DME arc. Report established, New Zealand 361.
Tower Qantas 108, information Delta, clear Shadowley, please. Say again, Delta. Qantas 108. Sun 0, go to Island, break, jet sail 124, good for takeoff. Good for takeoff, right, jet sail 124. Get 1966 from the DME arc, cleared our left, runway 12, report established inbound. DME arc, cleared our left, runway 12, will report established, jet 1966. NQ 1956, request taxi. 1956, taxi, hold short Delta. Taxi, hold short Delta, QV 1956. We're ready to fall in Whiskey into that track, runway 12. Enter back track, runway 12, ready to fall in Whiskey. That's 124, contact centre, 128.85. 128.85, Zipster 124, thanks you. Take a Bravo, we're cruising A330, taxi only point Charlie, runway 12. Good work, terrific, taxi Charlie, holding point 2G, and we can take it to 6 and take off and take a Bravo. Take a Bravo, great. Qantas 108, clearance. Got it. Sun 08, clear to Adelaide via Saddle Planering, runway 12, Saddle 4 departure. Come by seat 7,000, squawk 4541. Clear Adelaide 12, Saddle 4 departure, climb 10,000, 4541. Qantas 108. 108, climb 7,000 by the seat. Apologies. By the seat, 7,010. 10. Ready to fall in Whiskey, clear for takeoff. Runway 2, clear takeoff, now 40 miles. 1956, here at Holly Point Delta. Quebec 1956. Roger.
ground speed 200 knots.
200 knots, New Zealand 361.
Cruising 33 into backtrack, runway 12.
Into backtrack 12, cruising 33. Alice Springs Tower, g'day, velocity 1744 to Adelaide, request clearance.
1744 Tower, g'day, standby. Radio for Lima Whiskey, connect center 128.85.
Center 128.85, Radio for Lima Whiskey, goodbye. Thank you.
Qantas 10, ready for taxi.
Qantas 10, taxi, point Charlie, runway 12.
Taxi, point hold Charlie, Qantas 10.
Tango Bravo, runway 12, clear for takeoff.
Runway 12, clear for takeoff, Tango Bravo.
Kitjet 1966 is established. Jet 1966, same speed 160 DME, please. 160 until 3 DME, Kitjet 1966.
Qantas 2413, information Delta requesting clearance to Adelaide.
2413, target A7 number 2.
Alice Springs Tower, Qantas 23, pass flow 130 for 8,000, direct Aura.
1,000 to go.
330, target A, descend to 7,500, showing the 15th DME arc, report established.
Okay, down at 7,500 and we'll report it as established as
New Zealand 361 established on the arc.
0361, roger, enter, published hold at lists.
Published hold at list, New Zealand 361.
Take a tango about connect center 128.85 for
128.85. Pneumatic 33 ready.
Cruising safely.
Addis Tower, Jetstar 78 Delta, information Delta, request apartments to Adelaide.
78 Delta, target A, standby, number 3.
Roger.
Cruising 33, clear for takeoff.
Let's take off, cruise 33.
Kitjet 1966, runway 12, clear to land. Clear to land, Roy 12, Kitjet 1966. C3, reduce speed 200 knots.
We get down to 200, so 23.
Cruising 33, connect center 128.85 for route.
128.5, hold on, cruise 33.
17
1744 clearance.
Go ahead, velocity 1744.
1744 cleared to Adelaide via saddle plan route. Runway 12 saddle 4 departure. Climb by SID 7000, squawk 3737.
Good to Adelaide by saddle plan route. Runway 12 saddle 4 departure. Climb by SID 7000, squawk 3737, Bay 4, velocity 1744.
1744. You're 361, cancel hold, cleared ILS, runway 12, report established inbound.
Cancelled the hold, cleared ILS 12, report established, New Zealand 361.
That's 33, cancel delay, DME arc, cleared direct to the list to join the hold, report maintaining 7,500 in the hold. Roger, clear direct, and we'll report when we're in the hold for 153. Started 56, enter backtrack, runway 12. Into backtrack, runway 56. Jet 1966, backtrack, runway 12, vacate Delta. Backtrack 12, vacate Delta, QJ 1966.
New Zealand 361's established.
361. That's 2413 clearance.
Just 2413, go ahead.
2413 cleared to Adelaide via saddle plan route. Runway 12, saddle 4 departure. Climb by SID 7000, squawk 4527.
Roger, cleared to Adelaide, the saddle plan route, saddle 4 departure. Runway 12, initial altitude 7000, squawk 4527, Qantas 2413.
2413.
Alice Tower, g'day, Qantas 796 with you sending through flight number 166,000 on the ILS runway 12.
796, Tower, g'day, report 5 miles to the Alice VOR.
5 miles to Alice VOR, Qantas 796.
Jet 1966, taxi straight ahead, bad choice. Straight ahead, bad choice, QJ 1966.
Velocity 1744, Bay 4, request push.
1744, opposition.
Opposition, velocity 1744.
1956, good for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, Geeling 1956.
Jet 78 Delta, clearance.
2500.
So 78 Delta, quick to Adelaide, 5 saddle, plane rate. Runway 12, saddle 4 departure. Runway speed 7000, squawk 4027.
Q2 destination via saddle 18, saddle 4, departure, initial climb 7000 and squawk 4027, Jetstar estimated.
Jetstar 78 Delta.
That's 706, Silks down, 5 miles from LSVOR.
796, track outbound 320 on the LSVOR radial. Deployed at 15 at DME arc. Report established on the arc.
Track 320 on the LSVOR, report established from my 12, on the 796.
796, report established on the arc.
Report established on the arc on the 796.
796, you can descend at 6,500.
6,500 on the 796.
That's 1956, contact central 28.85.
128.85, CF, 1956.
0361, runway 12, quick to land.
1000.
Runway 12, clear to land, New Zealand 361.
And Qantas 2430, request push and start.
Send for vetting, on position.
Hold position, Qantas 2430.
Velocity 7844, push approved.
Push approved, velocity 7844.
Approaching 1, 2.
Approaching minimums. 300. Minimum. 200. $100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Qantas 1908, to backtrack, runway 12.
80 knots.
Backtrack 12, Qantas 108.
Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt sign is turned off. And keep the aisles clear of all carry-on items. Take a moment to check your seat back pocket for any personal items, like tablets and cell phones. When you open the overhead compartment, be careful.
On runway 30.
Say again,
And
for
thank you
Jetstar
for
78
choosing American Airlines.
That's 78 Delta, squawk Commander Charlie, or your bay number, please. So 361, backtrack, runway 12, vacate Delta.
Backtrack 12 and vacate Delta, New Zealand 361.
Jetstar 78 Delta, push approved.
Push approved, Jetstar 78 Delta.
Seabird 487, request IFR clearance to Adelaide. Speedbird 487, g'day, stand by.
New Zealand 361 clear of the runway on Delta.
New Zealand 361, taxi straight ahead, base 6.
Straight ahead, base 6, New Zealand 361.
Qantas 108, it's good for takeoff.
Clear takeoff, Qantas 108.
Tower 5,500, cleared runway 12, report established.
Lead off, Qantas 796, report established, clear the LS runway 12.
Velocity 1744 in receipt of information, Delta request taxi. 744, give way to New Zealand 320, taxi holding point Delta, runway 12.
Give way to the New Zealand 320 to taxi holding point Delta runway 12, velocity 1744.
74 then, give way to velocity 737, push approved.
Qantas 2413, I think that was myself, give way to the velocity and push approved.
Qantas 108, contact centre 128.85.
1285, Qantas 108, see ya.